With only 2 games left now until a genuine break, the international break coming up. Normally you wouldn't be excited about them, but genuinely I'm looking forward to there being a week or two where we can just step back, sit back and, focus on the takeover, focus on deeper, insightful videos that I love doing here on United People's TV. But in the meantime, we've got Real Betis on Thursday in Seville. I'm not going to Seville, so I'm already sad about it. But after the 4-1 win in the first leg, all we need is a professional performance on Thursday. Might be easier said than done. I'm going to run through the team news, going to run through my predicted 11 and also my prediction for the game. And you can let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, make sure you do subscribe to United People's TV. But let's dive into it. As I said, after this result last Thursday at Old Trafford, all United need is a professional performance in Seville on Thursday. 3-goal advantage. We're in total control of this tie. Now, let's take a look at the early team news coming from the official Manchester United website. Martial and Sabitzer are both injury doubts for the game, and we know full well about Garnacho. Now, the interesting update on that part is that Sabitzer's been included in Austria's team, their squad, for the international break that's coming up, which would suggest that his injury is not too bad. And I hope that we can see Sabitzer available for this game on Thursday. And if not, then Fulham on Sunday, where, of course, Casemiro serves the first of his 4-game ban. Now, somebody who won't be playing is Garnacho. I really feel for him, man. Went down there. I spoke about the scissor tackles in this morning's live stream. One that's injured Garnacho, one that's injured Van der Beek, and one that's injured Eriksen. I don't think any of them really were punished. I think the one that happened on Van der Beek was a yellow card, and that was about it. They're dangerous tackles that are really impacting our players, certainly this season. I'm sure everybody around the Premier League too. Something has to be done. But Garnacho won't be featuring in these next 2 games, and he won't be going and joining the Argentina team. I feel for him, man, because I know how much that would have meant to him. But looking ahead to this game on Thursday, with that team news that we now know, this was the team that started there against at the weekend there against Southampton, the 0-0. A frustrating 0-0. Honestly, 0-0s, man. I hate 0-0s. I really do. It's just like the game may as well not have existed because nothing really changes. There's nothing to talk about. There's no goals to talk about. It's just ultimately, it was a game where United played 60 minutes with 10 men, though. And that, I think, will impact a couple of decisions that Erik Ten Hag makes for this game on Thursday. Somebody who I think will definitely start is Lisandro Martinez. He was Man United's man of the match at the weekend. And in so many scenarios this season where it's not particularly gone right for United in a game, obviously the Liverpool game aside, because nobody was able to help in that, Martinez has been really important in those games. The 3 I will always look to now are the Leicester away 1-0, the Southampton away 1-0, and that Southampton 0-0 at home. 3 games where United were up against it, had to do a lot of defending, and Martinez was key to all of that. So in my opinion, Martinez, he stays in this team. I think it's going to be interesting to see whether or not he partners him with Varane. And I don't know, you might not want to see his face or talk about him, but I think we could see Maguire come in for this game. The reason I'm saying that is because if I'm looking at this, these 2 games we've got coming up this week, we've got Real Betis, we've got that 4-1 lead. There shouldn't be an issue for United in any way, shape or form, but we have to make sure that those players don't go into that going, we've already won it. Easy peasy. And then all of a sudden we can see 2 early goals against Real Betis and the crowd, 60,000 by the way, their stadium. The crowd gets G'd up. That's not the game we want. We want a 5th goal to kill it quick. And that's why I don't think there will be too many changes. But I'm kind of imagining that we might see Varane drop to the bench. Just so if he's going to be fit for one of these games this week, I'd rather be fitter for Fulham. So I'm going to put, I might be wrong there. There might be no change on the back. I don't think Shaw will be changed. I don't think Wan-Bissaka will be changed. But I think we might see Harry Maguire in. That's just what my instinct is telling me. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. But something that United have got to use this Real Betis game for, and Fulham, I suppose, is understanding how can this team find that balance without Casemiro? Now, I don't think we'll find that balance without Casemiro on Thursday. Something to really take into account as well, by the way, because we can talk about the potential, injury doubts of Martial and Sabitzer, this down here too, because Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes are both one yellow card away from missing the first leg of the quarterfinal if we can get past Real Betis. They've both got to be head screwed on. Don't get caught in any situations where they shouldn't, and those stupid yellows that can come as a consequence. Now, I actually think that Casemiro will start this game, and I think Erik ten Hag will use this game as an opportunity to bring McTominay into the number 6. This is just what I think anyway. Just for the time being, I'll put Bruno onto the bench, but I think we'll see that as the midfield duo, with McTominay sitting slightly deeper behind Casemiro, so he can learn how to be that enforcer, to use Kyle Anker's words from The Athletic, the shield for the team, allowing Casemiro to be the sword, the person who brings that ball forward. And I think McTominay would learn that much better with Casemiro on the pitch alongside him. So I would put Casemiro there, and I would put McTominay just behind him in the number 6 role. And in the number 10 role, I think that's where you will see a bit. Actually, no, look, if I'm talking about McTominay, we could well see Sabitzer there, right? And I think if Sabitzer's fit, he would probably start there instead of McTominay. Just what my instinct is telling me. But we don't know whether he is. And for the time being, we have to presume that he isn't. Somebody who I really want to see at some point during this game is Kobbie Mainoo. I'm really looking forward to seeing what opportunities he get. It's not about, it is about opportunities, but the kid is, Ten Hag can clearly see a baller there. Really can. That's why he's been accelerated ahead of Zidane Iqbal, who had an amazing pre-season. But Kobbie Mainoo, Ten Hag and Mitchell van der Gaag, the coaching staff have seen something there that they like, that they want themselves. And I think we could be seeing Kobbie Mainoo get some minutes away against Real Betis. Just what my instinct is telling me. Now, in terms of Bruno Fernandes, I think Bruno Fernandes, we tried an experiment, didn't we, against Southampton. We tried to play Bruno deeper alongside Casemiro. Let's just make sure we don't do that again. All right? We've learned from that. We don't need to see that again at any point ever. Ever. Bruno Fernandes and Fred, both when they play in that deeper role in their own half, it's where the problems of their game get exacerbated because they are quite fast transition players. They like to move it quick, boom, 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 rather than slowing it down and just maintaining an element of control. Doesn't suit them to play deeper. Doesn't suit Bruno, doesn't suit Fred. I want to see Bruno starting that number 10 position, and I think that would be the midfield 3 of McTominay, Casemiro, and Bruno to start against Real Betis. And if we move forward, not from Kobbie Mainoo, but from Sancho, for me, he drops to the bench. And for me, I don't think we'll see much of a change in terms of the rest of the attack either, because I think Antony should be keeping his spot on that right wing, and I think that Wout Weghorst will keep his spot as that number 9. Wout Weghorst, I think he started 16 games now. Every single game. Has he started every single game? I think he has. And until he doesn't, we have to presume that that pattern will continue. Obviously, his position has changed, number 9, and then in the number 10, I think he starts as that number 9 there. And Rashford on the left-hand side with Antony on the right-hand side. Erik ten Hag has shown so many times this season, if he's got the choice between starting a weakened 11 and resting some players, or starting a stronger 11 with the concept of having the game done by the 60th minute to make those subs, he always goes for the latter. That's what he'll do, I think, against Real Betis. He'll start with his stronger team. If United can get that early goal, it's 5-1 on aggregate. It's game, set, and match. That's how Ten Hag will be seeing it, rather than going, oh, let's just try and sit defensive. And we know that this team, the greatest strength that we've got is going forward. Out of the two, anyway. Attack is the best form of defence. I've always felt that, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. My prediction for the game, it's a really hard one to predict this. I think there's going to be goals both sides. I think I might go for 3-2 United. Might be spectacularly wrong in that one, by the way. Spectacularly wrong. But we have that 4-1 cushion from the first game. I think we go out and we should try and score early. We should try and kill this tie within the first 10-15 minutes, because if we allow Real Betis to come out firing and we aren't screwed on straight away and they get an early goal, we're not going to enjoy the rest of the game, because the crowd will be up for it. The players will be up for it, because they score one goal. All of a sudden, you're just one goal away from being one goal off it. which is a weird way to describe it, you know what I mean? Don't let them get in the game. The best way to do that is to score early. That's why I think Ten Hag starts a strong team. And I think with a midfield trio there of Bruno and Casemiro, that will allow McTominay to sort of operate. Casemiro, he'll be on the pitch, but he'll be more of the Eriksen type player out of these two. McTominay will be the enforcer, trying to pick the ball up off the two centre-backs and pass and feed Casemiro, who will be in a little bit more of an advanced position, my opinion, but you can let me know what you think. I reckon 3-2. That would be my starting 11. What's yours? Let me know in the comments below. As you always do, make sure you subscribe to United People's TV. I'll see you soon.